There is a hidden part of you, a kind of silent operator that's running the entire show of your life. It's the thing that dictates your fears, your finances, your relationships. And the crazy part is, for the most part, you're not even aware it exists. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and take a look at this hidden blueprint. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. What if almost everything that makes you you is coming from a place you can't even consciously see? This isn't just some philosophical question. It's pretty much the key to understanding, well, everything about yourself. So we've got a great roadmap for this journey. First, we'll uncover that hidden 95%. Then we'll get into the two main kinds of inner wounds that can hold you back. After that, we'll look at some simple and some more advanced tools for healing, talk about rewiring your brain's hard drive, and finally, see how all of this lets you create a brand new reality. All right, let's dive right in with the foundation, the actual structure of your mind. And, the best way to picture it is to think of an iceberg. So that tiny little tip you see poking out of the water, that's your conscious mind, what you're aware of right this second. Just below the surface, that's your subconscious, where you keep recent memories. But the real powerhouse, the massive hidden part of the iceberg deep underwater, that's your unconscious mind. It's like a giant vault where everything is stored, every experience, every trauma, every single belief you've ever picked up. And here's the kicker, a staggering 95% of your reality is being run by this hidden part of you. That phobia you just can't shake, those money problems that keep showing up, the patterns in your relationships, yep. Chances are the source code for all of that is buried deep in that 95%. Okay, so if the unconscious is running the whole show, then our inner wounds are kind of like bugs in the software. And it turns out they pretty much fall into two main categories. So on one side, you've got the inner child wound. This is from emotional stuff, a parent yelling, a teacher making you feel small. It just chips away at your confidence, leaving you feeling kind of sad or let down. But on the other side, you've got the soul fragment wound. This one's way deeper. It's caused by really intense trauma, and it usually comes from someone you trusted. It doesn't just make you sad. It creates this deep, profound feeling of emptiness, a void, almost like a piece of you had to literally check out to survive it. In a soul fragment wound, it shows up in some really specific ways. It's that constant feeling of hollowness, or maybe suppressed rage you can't explain. It's needing other people to constantly tell you you're okay. It can feel like your very survival's on the line, which makes you just want to be invisible, or makes it impossible to speak your truth or get creative. Just seeing these signs is a huge first step. Okay, now for the good stuff. If you're dealing with those inner child wounds, or honestly, if you just want a place to start, think of these next couple of techniques as your own personal emotional first aid kit. The first tool is called energy exchange. It's super simple. Just find a quiet place, close your eyes, and bring to mind the person connected to the wound. Then, call on whatever higher power you vibe with, the universe, God, whatever, and just state your intention out loud or in your head. I ask that all of their energy in my space returns to them, and all of my energy they're holding returns to me. Then just sit with it. You might be really surprised by what you feel as your energy starts to rebalance. The second technique is cord cutting. See, we form these energetic cords with people, and they can drain us long after we've talked to them. So to cut them, just get quiet and scan your body. You might sense or even see these cords extending out from you. Then, just ask the universe for a tool, a sword, giant scissors, whatever, and in your mind's eye, cut every single cord. Then, hand them over to be dissolved. It's such a powerful way to take back your own energetic space. Now, for those deeper soul fragment wounds, sometimes we need to bring out the bigger tools. We're going to look at a few techniques from a system called Access Consciousness, which is just one example of a modality that approaches this. It uses these really specific phrases that act like verbal keys to unlock energy that's been stuck for a long, long time. Okay, here's the first one, and it's a total game changer. Anytime a random thought or feeling washes over you, anxiety, sadness, anger, just ask yourself, who does this belong to? See, the idea is that we're all kind of like psychic sponges, constantly picking up stuff from people around us. If asking that question makes the feeling lift, even just a tiny bit, it probably wasn't yours in the first place. You can just say, return to sender. Now, this next tool is perfect for those sticky, limiting beliefs. Let's say you have the thought, I'm always broke. Instead of fighting it, you just detach from it. You say to yourself over and over, interesting point of view, I have this point of view.
By calling it an interesting point of view instead of the absolute truth, you completely strip it of its power. It stops being a solid wall and just becomes a thought. And that allows something new to show up. And finally, we have what's called a crazy phrase. This thing is designed specifically to stop your brain when it's stuck on a loop. When you can't sleep or stop replaying a conversation, just repeat this. Your logical mind literally can't figure it out. How can everything and nothing both be the opposite? So it just gives up. It's a pattern interrupt that creates this amazing space of silence. So these phrases are really cool tools, but they're actually part of a much bigger system that's designed to basically clear out your mind's entire hard drive. So let's look at the core process that makes this kind of deep clearing possible. This process is called access bars. And honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like running an antivirus program on your computer. Your whole life, you've been accumulating these corrupted files, limiting beliefs, judgments, traumas. This process involves gently touching 32 points on the head, and that touch is believed to release the stored-up electromagnetic charge of all those limitations. It's basically like hitting delete on the old files. And this isn't just some abstract idea. Some practitioners believe it has a real physical effect. The theory is that when we're under stress, our body's cells actually get squished into this flattened elliptical shape. But after a session like this, they can return to their natural, healthy spherical shape. So the idea is you're not just changing your mind, you're creating the space for your body to relax all the way down to the cellular level. Now, to go even deeper, the system uses a verbal tool called the clearing statement. I know, it looks like complete gibberish, right? But it's actually a verbal shorthand, like a magical wand, that's designed to target and clear out energy blockages you don't even know you have. Now, don't worry about memorizing this, but let's just peek under the hood to see what it's doing. It's basically a verbal command that attacks a problem from all these different angles at once. It's designed to go back to the very first moment a limitation was created, clear out all the layers of belief holding it there, deal with the points of view you're defending that keep you stuck, and even clear out stuff that's beyond your conscious understanding. Think of it as a total energetic cleanup command. So, once we've cleared out some of this old programming, the whole focus shifts. It stops being about fixing what was broken, and it starts being about consciously and joyfully creating what comes next. Because really, the whole goal of any of this work is to get you back to a place where you truly, deeply know this one thing. You are an infinite being with infinite possibilities. When you're not carrying the weight of the past, you're not stuck operating from that tiny 5% of your mind anymore. You're actually tapping into the limitless potential that was always there, just waiting. So, I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. If you could truly wipe the slate clean, if every past limitation, every judgment, every trauma was just gone, what reality would you choose to create for yourself, starting right now? What would even be possible then?